Over the past few sessions, we have talked about debit spreads. And actually, let me give you a quick refresher here. So we talked about debit spreads, and today I want to give you a very specific examples. I gave you a hypothetical example recently, and we also talked about the best option strategy. If you missed these videos, please, we will post the links in the description. Take a look at the previous videos. We talked about what's the best vertical spread option strategy. We talked about call debit spreads, put debit spreads. We talked about credit spreads, both for call and put. And one of the things that I like about debit spreads is, as you can see, they reduce cost and they also reduce the break even. So we want to trade call debit spreads when we expect the market to go up, and we want to trade put debit spreads if we expect the market to go down. And today I want to show you a very specific example of a trade that I do have in my account. So let's actually take a look at the trade. And as we do this, I want to go to the PowerX Optimizer. This is the software that I personally use to find the best stocks to trade. So according to the PowerX Optimizer, I right now have 7 positions in my account. One of the trades that I took was TGTX. So TGTX came up as a signal, I believe it was a few days ago, last Wednesday or last Thursday. And as you can see, PowerX Optimizer tells me exactly when to enter. So it said we should enter as soon as TGTX goes above 2043. We are expecting the stock to go as high as 2537. That's when we want to take profit. So going up here, as you can see, not unrealistic for this stock at all. And we're placing our stop loss rather quickly here at 18.61. Actually, we can go to the charts here because I marked it on these charts so that you see exactly right here is my stop loss and up here is my profit target. So again, PowerX Optimizer makes it easy for me to find the best stocks, because when it comes to trading, there are 3 things that you need to know. Number 1, what stocks or options, since we'll talk about options, you should trade. Number 2, when to enter. And number 3, when to exit with a profit and when to exit with a loss. Okay, so back to this particular trade here. Looking at the options tab, PowerX Optimizer told me that I should trade the 20 call with an expiration at 821. So you see, I'm making my life as easy as possible. And this is the example that I want to show you right now. So here, for the example, we would have bought a 20 call. I'll show you what I did in my account here. The cost of this 20 call, flipping a little bit back and forth between my account right here and also the notepad. So PowerX Optimizer told me that I should spend no more than $2.15 when buying this option. So I bought this option, as you can see right here, 4 days ago at exactly $2.10. So let's take a look at the example here. So the cost was $2.10 for one option that you buy. I traded 2 options, but let's go with 1 for now. The max risk is exactly the amount that you're paying for this call. You cannot lose more than the money that you pay for the call. The maximum reward is unlimited, and our break even is, this is where we are taking the 20 call, so the strike price here, plus $2.10, so our break even here is at $22.41. So as soon as the stock moves above $22.41, we will start making money. Now let's take a look at TGTX for today. So right now it is trading at $20.40. So I mean, it takes a little bit until we make money. So we also know that we don't expect this stock to move much higher than $25.35. This is what PowerX Optimizer tells us. So based on the past performance of this stock, you see the moves, we can calculate how likely it is for the stock to move how far. So we don't only know based on the indicators of that TGTX is more likely to go up, but measuring the moves that happened over the past year, we can also sort of predict. Now I say sort of predict because we never know, but that 25 to 35 is a realistic goal. It's a realistic goal for this stock. And looking at the chart, would you agree? I mean, would you agree that this stock could easily move $5 here? Probably, right? I mean, leave a comment and let me know if this sounds reasonable to you. Okay, again, since we do know that it won't go much higher than 25, here is what we can do. We're still buying the 20 call, but at the same time, we are selling the 25 call. This would be a debit spread. And again, if you're unfamiliar with debit spreads and you're not quite sure what is this all about, I did a video explaining it in detail and we're linking to it in the description. So let's take a look at this. What is the cost of this spread? We can actually remove this from the previous example. So I want to show you what exactly I did. I sold the 25 call for 50 cents right here. That's where you see it. So let's write this down. I sold it for 50 cents and therefore the spread no longer cost me $2.10 as when buying this option. It's actually the $2.10 that I bought the 20 call for minus the 50 cents that I received by selling the call. Therefore, it got way cheaper. So instead of $2.10, it's $160. So yeah, it turns to $160 because again, options trade in 100 packs. So you cannot only buy one option. One option gives you the right to buy or sell 100 shares. If you need some more explanation there, I have a free course that is called Options 101 and we'll link to it in the description. So as you can see, we are reducing our buying power from $210 to $160. And this also right now becomes our maximum risk, $160, what we paid for this spread. Now the max reward is no longer unlimited because now it is limited to 25. So if the stock moves above 25, we're capped. But you see, we only expect the stock to move to 25, 35 anyhow. So therefore, I'm good of missing out of the last 35 cents here. So our break even, and this is the cool thing, our break even right now is also reduced because our costs are reduced. So our break even now is at $21.60. Again, it's the 20 plus the $1.60 that we paid for it. Is this making sense thus far? Because do me a favor. We'll continue the discussion here and I'll show you the risk graph. But if this is making sense thus far, click on like so that I know that we're okay. Or just leave a comment and says yes or making sense. Something like this so that I know that I'm not going too fast, that I'm going at the right pace here. Okay, so the reward cap, we do have it here. So the reward cap, if it moves above $25, then pretty much we are capped. So let me show you exactly what this looks like. So I can actually here analyze this trade. And this is actually what I exactly wanted to put there. It's our maximum reward is $680 right here. And the cap is, this happens, as you can see from the risk graph here, once the stock moves above the strike that we sold, above 25. So first of all, the lines that you see here, this line is what happens at expiration on August 21st. This here, the orange line right now, is the theoretical price of the spread as we are trading it. And you see, yeah, it takes a little bit here until we start making money. So right now, this position here is actually slightly down $30. So not a big deal, right? And we know that our max risk per one option is capped at $160. Here, I'm trading two. So basically the $30 means only $15 for one option. I just decided to trade two. Anyhow, so we can take a look at this, and therefore we know that as the stock moves higher, we will start making money. But you also see as the stock moves lower, we lose a little bit of money, but not as much as we had only traded a call. So as you can see, by trading a spread here, we're doing exactly what our goal is. So when I compared the different spread option strategies, I said we want to trade debit spreads so that we can reduce cost, which we did, from 210 to 160, and we're reducing our break even, which we also did, from 210 to 160. So I hope that this is helpful. I wanted to show you a very specific example of a spread in my own account. As you know, I'm sharing one of my accounts here with you. The account that I'm sharing is a rather small account, around $20,000 that I put in this. where I'm following a very specific trading plan. If you would like to have the plan, leave a comment and I'll be happy to send it to you. Or also if you go to rockwelltrading.com/coffee, this way I'll be happy to send you my trading plan that I'm trading on this account, which is one of the 8 accounts that I have. Anyhow, hope it helps. And if you found this video helpful, then hopefully there's some videos popping up on the screen right now. Click on any of the videos that make the most sense to you, and I'll see you in the next video.